Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me and welcome as we celebrate this wonderful day of love called Happy Valentine's Day. And a special Happy Valentine's Day, happy birthday to my daughter Debbie and our dear friend Margie. So glad that you're here to celebrate with us. Yeah, it's wonderful. So thank you for joining me here at the Advancement Center, geographically located here in Santa Barbara, but actually is a world beckoning to you to enter. And here are some words that I feel so strongly to share with you. Beckoning you to enter the world that changes every day, that advances every moment, and that brings to life life itself in every form throughout your world and throughout the universe. Our purpose is to serve in every way possible, but most of all, to return the gifts that have been in our keeping since the beginning of time. Those special gifts continue to flow in and out of every universe, but they're held by each individual with a key signature that cannot be duplicated. That key signature belongs to each one of us, and it is recognized by everyone in the universe and accepted immediately whenever it is shown. It's hidden sometimes behind a smile or a frown or a movement or a slight inflection, but it transmits to everywhere to open up worlds that have never been shown to anyone. We now encourage you to continue with everything that you can see and everything that you can't see. I love that. Every time I find a definition of what this advancement center truly is, it is so important for me to share that with you because this is your advancement center and this is your home base. No matter where you fly, you know that the control tower here is, come on down, we're here for you all the time. Now, this is exciting. Okay. I had a good time preparing this morning. I just had a big smile on my face and I couldn't wait to get started. So here's another one. From your elevated platform of living in the world of your creator, the path is clear and never disappears, even when you forget where you are heading. Every direction leads to the correct path, and every action brings the ultimate result of perfection. Nothing is correct or incorrect unless you move out of the world of your creator. You do know we are in the world of magic and miracles. And look at the magic that has happened so far. And you will know It has started to be a natural part of your life, of every day. Whenever you are aware of the magic and miracles, things start to happen. I have directions for myself all over the place here. Okay. Well, I hope every one of you heard Simeon's message yesterday that brought in, because that's what opened this whole feeling in my heart that I'm sharing with you now. And there is a lady down in Costa Rica, and at the end of every one of Robert's broadcasts, we sit and wait for her text. And it came in. And so now I'm going to read it right from my phone. I hope I can find this. There it is. Okay. And this is what Elizabeth wrote. But I could hear her heart. From the very first moment of watching the broadcast together with my little dog, there was this feeling of all being different today, until it got clear that while watching here, I was also there where Simeon's words originate. There was and still is a feeling of awe, but at the same time, a total normality about it. On one side, this wanting to sing, dance, and skip around, and on the other side, asking myself, what for? As all of this is common knowledge for all of us. And there it was, Simeon's confirmation right away, coming through Robert. And then in great big letters, smile, smile, smile. And that wasn't the end of it. And the sensation of inner explosions, one after the other, still going on, seeing how all the things presented by Simeon are happening all at once. These are poor, limiting words in limiting language, trying to express what's really going on and felt. Unspeakable respect and gratefulness, and pouring forth unceasingly. And this inner laughter reverberates through all the universes and beyond. And then a big red heart. And in one of the many naps here last night or this morning, it was all about uniforms and a very beautiful tone of certain bluish color, not easily to be found here on earth. Yea, I love life. And she goes on. But this is more than just a message about a broadcast. This is an expression that knows no limits, no mileage, no nothing. It's an expression in the universe that because we are all here in the Advancement Center, because we are gifted with the ability to broadcast. It's just such an exchange of all the wonder, the beauty, the magic and the miracles that happen all the time. And 4 times a week, we talk about them, we share them. And the experience is constant, it is continuous. And you are all here to share in this wonder. Thank you again. And we've hardly just begun. Yeah. So as I have been putting up invitations 8 times a week, one says tomorrow and one says today. And an interesting thing happened. I got messages from many people who told me that on the invitation, it said, this is no longer available. All right? There's censoring in action. That didn't stop me. It never will. So I put up the invitation and decided, well, I don't know who's going to see it. They may not know about the Advancement Center. They may not tune in, but they are going to get this message. So I typed a big, long message. I don't know if you have seen it. Let's see where it is. Okay, I know you're here. Forgive me, but there it is. So I typed this big, long message, and I said, let's see what they do. At any rate, I typed this big, long message. I got several compliments, and people in the world who never heard of the Advancement Center are now enriched by the words that you heard on Simeon's and Robert's broadcast. And here it is. We can now relax and ride the wave. Once again, it takes relaxed simplicity and great skill and precision to stay on top of the wave and ride it all the way. Awareness of things around you as if you are riding a wave in the surf makes it possible for you to stay on top. And the unknown factors that come into your world to allow you to change direction, move where you have, they allow you to move where you have to move and stay on top of the wave is simply breathtaking as you follow spirit and you follow all the signals that come to you. You react before it even gets to your brain. It makes it possible for the future to be here now and allows everything to open up, even though it's hidden. So it's very, very powerful to offer what you have to another person or another thing. So in wishing someone a perfect life, it is a real gift, and it is physical and extremely powerful. So with all that and with great honor, I wish you all a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. I am Simeon. I cannot tell you the fun it was to experience people saying, and in comments saying, who is Simeon? So the message is out there. The universe has heard it. And let's see what happens. It's a wonderful opportunity to share with a lot of people in this time of so many cross sections of information. So thank you. That was fun. It's like, as long as you're in the world of your creator and you're following your spirit, no obstacle can get in your way. And the more I read that and the more I consider it, the more I realize that's the story of my life. That's what makes a story. If everything goes smoothly, it's, oh, and they lived happily ever after. But life is not like that. Life is exciting. Every moment gives you an opportunity of who will I pay attention to? What will I see? What miracle is happening at this very moment? These are good questions. And that leads me right up to one of my favorite, and I know it's become a favorite of yours, my journal. Because it captures more than I can possibly think of with a brain, but it is alive and it is occurring and it's affecting a life being led and a spirit that is extremely joyful. So here's my trusty. Oh, I know what I forgot. Robert, would you bring the latest pastel? Thank you. I said, oh, there's something missing. Okay. Thank you. I wrote this yesterday, right after Robert and Simeon's broadcast. And because you don't let these moments go by. You start to cherish. You don't take anything for granted. If something very precious happens, then you want to capture it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Carol? Okay. So this is Saturday, 13th at 4:37 p.m. to be exact. And this is what I wrote. I am sitting on the couch. David is on the black chair in the fireplace corner. I just finished editing Dragon. This is Dearest Simeon. I just finished editing Dragon of your broadcast with Robert and went outside and spoke to Robert, who was recovering from the immensity of today's transmission. It was immense and amazing. I said this to him. This morning, I listened to the broadcast as a symphony in a concert hall, enjoying without detail. As I edit the transcript, which I completed in record time, I felt every melody as I had composed it. It was so familiar. And what we are living, putting smiles on others' faces and being the kindness we cherish. Robert acknowledged me of knowing this all along. I felt his words embracing me, and I couldn't wait to be in direct touch with you. Now I long for your words. And he said, which took me by surprise, you did compose the music, don't you remember? In the Great Hall? Your music thrilled us, and you've been dancing to it ever since, in various guises. Love is music, and music is love. Life is all and everything. We love and honor you, your loving friend, Simeon. And the day before, if you remember, Robert wrote a beautiful, beautiful piece. And if you ask me, I'll send it to you. But here's a phrase from it. I wrote to Simeon, and this is what he wrote. Yes, you followed, and I led us in a dance of magic and miracles without expectation. And the music is still playing. Yeah. I love visiting with you. There's just so many topics and so many places and so much joy. And one of these days we'll have a two-way conversation so I can hear you and I can respond and you can respond. But right now, I'm sharing and hoping that you're enjoying. And then I have a wonderful sharing story with you. But now, it came to me last night that a few weeks ago I spoke about these paperweights that when you turn them upside down, it snows and there's a little snowman and maybe a tree. And we loved them as children. And I said at the time, that's the world. The world is in there. And we're watching. Well, last night during the night, I thought about that paperweight, and all of a sudden, it grew to a crystal ball. And we're all sitting around, we're all together, every one of us, and we're all looking at this crystal ball. And this feels very good. So, I felt that this image of the crystal ball addresses the world of today. The world of today, with all the detail of what is happening in and around, you cannot be consumed. No, pardon me, let me start that again. All the detail of what is happening in and around you cannot be consumed by one person or even one country with all its resources. This detail is not what is important. because it is not part of your world. It is a collection of data that has no reference in your life. And as such, it will not make any sense unless it is interpreted and reduced to such an extent that it becomes a theory that can no longer be recognized as reality. This is so clear. Everything that affects your life will be fed to you in such a way that it is relevant to the world and the reality that you live in, and there is no need to be concerned about anything else. This is the most important part of the new interface that you have with the physical world. And this is the key. The world of magic and miracles presides over your every moment and will continue to do so even when you find yourself stuck in the detail of everyday life. That just put it right in there. It described what the world is trying to do, but cannot penetrate and get outside that crystal ball that we have in our possession of knowingness. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Now, in the middle of everything you do, there is a glow that comes to the surface each time you open to the channels that support your presence on Earth. This glow can be seen but cannot be captured on camera. It transmits courage and encouragement for others to continue and to reach for the sky in everything they experience in life. No matter what may be the circumstances, there's always something that drives you past obstacles and places you in a position where you can continue with ease. This is the element that comes from your origin and presents itself in your life. Whenever you open to it, there is no practice that can keep it open, but your awareness will bring it to the surface every time you are doing something that is in tune with your destiny. And along the way, there are gifts to aid you. And one of the greatest is the power of acknowledgement. To acknowledge one goes way beyond technology. And that acknowledgement can keep that one sailing on top of the wave forever. Beyond technology is where you will find sharing. Sharing the wealth, the love, the encouragement, life itself, or life in action. Life in action is love in action. And now I have a remarkable story, which I feel that this has all been a whole lead up to. And it happened last Friday. Hopefully you were with us and you heard David's amazing broadcast. And as Genya said, Robert and I both said at the end simultaneously, magnificent. And then Genya went on to speak a little bit about her experience. Now, during David's broadcast, one of the lines right in the middle of his broadcast was, "Come dance with me." And that lit the spark of Genya's experience. And she told the story about, now we're talking 8 years ago, she was in Mill Valley, sitting in a public place, I believe, maybe a restaurant, and she wrote this poem. And the title of it is "Come Dance with Me." And a woman next to her, and she shared her poem with that woman, and her name was Christine. And the very next day, Genya received a text from this new friend, and I'm going to play it for you right now, if I can find it. Come dance with me.
Do you want to be free? Then come dance with me. For this is the face we all want to be, the primordial face of love. Come dance with me, dance with abandon. This is why you are here, to be free. There's nothing to do, no one to be. We are not separate, you and me, with only love in your heart and a soft breeze in your mind. It is here, my dear, peace you will find.
Thank you, Genya. I have more to offer, but I think we have to stop. Maybe that's the reason I forgot to bring my painting. But I'll just show it to you quickly, because next week there'll be another one. So I thank you all for just coming along with me as we investigate, discover, delight, and enjoy. Now, I wish you all a perfect life, perfect health, and an amazingly magic future. Thank you.